XFM.
Karl, Ricky and I were doing some writing in the week, and we needed get a little book of zodiac types. What's your thought on...
Just to make sure it was good luck, you know, to be writing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you make of all that stuff? Horoscopes, do you have any thoughts on that?
Now and again I'll read it, but
Sure.
I'll believe it if it's good.
Yeah.
If it's not, just go...
What star sign are you?
That's perfect, though. That's that raison d'etre. That is, those people who do zodiacs exist on that piece of philosophy.
Yeah.
I'll believe it if it's good.
Exactly.
And that's why, when you have breakdowns, people don't go, you're a nasty little piece of work, you're a pug-ugly little twat, and you'll never amount to anything. It's things like, you're probably too generous for your own good.
Yeah.
You like to keep a bit of a distance, but you like to love. You're a warm person. It's always stuff like that, isn't it? People go, I suppose I am too good. Yeah. That is me all over.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
You're a creative person.
Yeah.
Who thinks they're not a creative person?
Exactly. You've got a wonderful sense of humour.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What star sign are you?
Mine changes. I'm on the edge.
Right.
God.
Okay.
He even makes that complicated.
Of course.
He even makes twaddle complicated.
No, I'm just. It changes depending what paper you read.
Yeah. All right. In theory, what would
23rd
you...
of September. So I think most of the time I'm a Virgo. I think. Oh.
Well, I'll tell you.
Write that down, listeners. 23rd of September, and come round and give him the bumps.
What I mean?
Well, according to this, I mean, I mean, you've been criticising this, Rick.
Sure.
You've been saying that there's maybe not anything in the
Yeah,
thing.
go
Well,
on.
hang on, let me just read some of the elements.
Is this going to change my mind?
Well,
Am I going to eat my words?
The typical Virgoan.
Words.
Okay. The physical appearance of the typical Virgoan.
Yeah.
High forehead.
That's not true.
Cranium may seem too big in comparison with the face. Look at Karl.
But how specific is that?
Has an extremely large forehead. Has a high hairline.
That's not true, though, is it?
May be quite tall.
What are the blokes like?
Often has one foot turned in more than the other.
They've just described Rain Man. What is that? How can they be specific?
Well, that's why it sounds like Karl.
One foot turned in.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, have they even bothered doing one for you? Because there isn't many people who...
Hang on a minute.
Let him finish, Steve.
No, I'm just saying...
Go on. What are you saying?
I sort of think I'm fairly average looking, but I'm saying, have they wasted a page in that book for whatever you are?
It started off me being dissing him and stuff, and you've been nice.
Hang on a minute. I don't think you can be a Virgoan, because it says that they are normally quick, alert and intelligent. But no, actually, I have to say, it says here, behaviour and personality traits of the Virgoan, as a child, is an excellent mimic, can learn many things in a short time. Not really sure of you, is it? Rarely questions authority, but frequently questions facts. You never question facts.
Yeah, you never question authority. He's scared of authority.
Yeah. You're usually very upset if teased. That's true.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Hang on a minute, though.
Yeah. Can't take a bit of stick. Too much
depends,
pressure. If you
yeah.
can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen. Yeah.
What to teach a young Virgoan? Myths, fairy stories, make-believe, daydreams, and how to use imagination should all be taught to young Virgoans, so they have plenty of magical moments to remember in their adult years when they are often alone.
I'm changing my mind.
I know.
This is good stuff. This is really good stuff.
Alright, well, let's see, what are you?
I don't think we should talk about that.
Yeah, let's have a look.
It says the Virgoan is... I love some of the specifics of this. Virgoan as an employer is excellent as the boss of a small company.
yeah. Don't get him on a Tuesday. He's probably stamp collecting then.
Yeah.
Come on,
He loves a bit of haddock.
Okay, let me look at mine.
Oh, that is good though, Karl, isn't it? That is you all over. I've changed my mind. It's brilliant. It's a real science. They've really put their work in with this one.
Let me see. Sagittarius. Sarah Jones. Sagittarian is a happy, playful little clown.
Little.
Greets everyone.
Oh dear. Yeah.
Let me see. Sagittarius at home.
He's only going to read the good bits though, isn't he?
Yeah, exactly.
If that's it, what can it say?
Have they done yours in sort of small print because you've got special eyes?
I don't know what that insult is, Karl. What kind of an insult is that?
Well,
He loves it. He's happy with that. Look at his face.
He's done me.
Oh dear.
XFM.
All Possibilities on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me, Steve Merchant and Karl Pilkington, and a few new characters, Steve.
I can't believe
As
that.
you said, you know, I know you love Moyles and his sort of wacky stuff, and
Chris Moyles,
Edmonds,
one of the greats, one of the
and
greats.
Edmonds, and just all
Oh, no, Edmonds.
well, I'm gonna go along the same sort of vein. I've come up with a couple of, can I do a little, can I show you one?
I'm excited.
Okay, right, it always starts with a sort of doorbell. So, it goes, ding dong, I go, oh, no, hold on, Steve, hold on, Karl. Who's that at the door?
Yeah.
Hello? Oh, hello? Oh, look, it's Camp David, the right queer gay. Oh, hello, hello, you look all gay today. Is that 'cause it's nice weather? Oh, no, that's not what it means. Oh, have you got a girlfriend, Camp David, the right queer gay? No, but I've got a boyfriend.
Yeah.
Oh, bye. Right.
Oh.
Ding
dear.
dong. Oh, it's another one.
Hang on.
Another comic. Hello. Oh, look. It's Holy Fuck, the little funny
Right.
Chinese fella. Wait,
Yeah.
that's his name, Karl.
That's his name, Karl.
Karl. Hello, Holy Fuck. Harold. Right?
Yeah, that's fine.
So,
That's fine.
Mr. Fuck, you can call me Holy
Right.
if you want. No, I prefer to call you Fuck.
Yeah.
Right? You're right.
Nothing
You're right.
wrong with this so far.
No. Have you got a girlfriend, Mr. Fuck? T.A.T.u. Oh, you haven't got that SARS, have you?
Yeah. Top
No, that's my
Right.
girlfriend's name. See?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's clever.
Oh, just before you go, Mr. Fuck, I've got two things here. I've got a nice Trilby hat that you could wear,
Yeah.
or I've got a little lampshade.
Right.
Right? Which one do you want to put on your head and
Yes.
walk around? I presume the Trilby.
No, but it's not.
No.
Yeah.
The lampshade.
Lampshade, of course. yeah.
Bye.
See ya.
See you later.
Yeah. I thought they were genius. Can I be honest? I'll be honest. I thought they were brilliant. I thought they were. You didn't steal them off Chris.
No,
Moyles, did you?
no, they're original. They're original
Sometimes
characters.
Chris Moyles has done stuff as good as that.
I know, yeah, I know, but no, these are all mine, so there you go. We'll be hearing more from, Camp David, the right queer gay, and
the
Holy
other
Fuck,
one,
the funny
the other
little Chinaman. What? Alright, Karl? Yeah? Is that your sort of humour? It might not be your sort of humour.
You just should have run it past me before you did it.
Yeah.
What one are you worried about in particular?
The not Camp David.
Well,
The other one.
say his name!
No.
Say his name!
I'm not
Which
doing
one?
that.
I don't know
The
which
other
one you mean.
The Chinese fella.
Well, I forget who that was. What was his name? I can't remember.
Well, if you can't remember, it can't be that good, so we'll leave it. We won't do it again. Right? I'll tell you what we have got, Steve.
Oh, what?
Tell you what I'm thinking.
Go on.
Right? Do you know, like, TV programmes sort of get rested in the winter?
Ding dong, oh no!
Hang on, who's this?
Oh,
Go on.
hello
Go on.
again. Not now, Mr. Fuck, we're talking. Bye!
Is that Holy Fuck again?
Yeah. Okay, Karl. Look at Karl's face. Right, okay, that's it now. I'm not answering the door anymore. Right, okay, go on.
Right? Yeah.
Ding dong, ding dong, ding
No.
dong, ding dong. He's trying to get in. You've got. Don't be impolite, Rick. Come on, Rick. He wants to come in.
No, it's too late. It's too late. He's gone away now. Go on.
Right, anyway, what I'm
Nice
thinking
hat.
is, Rockbusters coming back for a bit.
What? What are you talking about?
He likes my idea. He likes my characters. He doesn't like that idea.
If I
Go on, what, Karl?
no,
what?
I was going to say, if I came up with
With what? Name it.
with that Chinese fella
What was his name
for
again?
a
I keep
sketch,
forgetting.
you wouldn't have liked it. Let's do Rockbusters and see how it goes. I know you weren't a fan of it, but
Hang on.
Yeah,
I
but
thought-
to be honest, Karl, he dissed cheap as chimps, and we know that's a brilliant idea.
Hang on. Sorry. We all agreed that Rockbusters was a piece of old toss.
no, I didn't. I said it needed
And that's why
resting.
we stopped doing it.
I said it needed resting for a bit.
I don't remember that conversation.
XFM.
On XFM 104.9. You see, no wait, this is giving me an idea because, I think what the best thing about this show is what happens when the records are playing. Because we sort of, that's an example, inarticulate. Yeah? Didn't have anything planned. Well, I started my mouth moving, but I didn't have anything planned.
Yeah.
Like,
Why was that? Why don't you have anything planned there?
What?
Why didn't you know what you were going to say then?
Because,
What were you doing when Radiohead was on?
I made Karl a new uniform that he has to wear in the second hour. What did I do?
You got tissue paper,
Yeah. Toilet roll, yeah.
ripped a bit off,
Yeah.
made a little tie for me. And put some in my ears.
Yeah, so he had earplugs and matching tie.
Yeah.
And he looked good, didn't he?
Yeah.
He had earplugs and matching tie, and I squeezed it in there, and he went, I can't, it'll irritate me. So, I'm thinking of things all the time to make this more fun for me.
Yes.
And it is just like that.
Sorry, a quick question. Steve, just want to raise a little point.
Go on.
You say that you're spending most of your time thinking about how you can make this more entertaining for yourself.
Yeah.
Is it worth ever considering the listeners?
Well, I think that if
you're happy, they're happy. I'm not sure that's true. I've been monitoring a lot of the feedback on the email and stuff.
Yeah.
It doesn't appear to be the case.
But that's because Karl won't go along with stuff.
Sure.
I mean, they could see on the webcam his little matching earplugs and tie that I made. I just did a cartoon that went for £350, right, on the website, right? So that's one now. Yeah, we're gonna do it. We're gonna make it really good. We're gonna give them lots of stuff and sign DVDs and everything. So that's great. £350. Who was it?
I think her name was Joanne. It's not definite yet because we haven't got the money off her.
Wow, she's you got to trust them, haven't you? And so I think people would love to have had a matching. You know, I'd have signed it and everything. Little matching earplugs and necktie made out of toilet roll.
Yeah.
You know, and he don't want to wear it. But I had a great idea for a show, right? We filmed the behind the scenes, right, of each show. So you know, you get a CD of what went out, but you saw what happened behind the scenes, right? And it follows us through a week, right? And it's called X-Men 3.
Ah, I see, because of XFM.
Yeah.
Right.
And then we can film all Karl, what Karl looks like when I'm squeezing his head, what he's like when we're trying to make him touch us, all that sort of stuff, when he's getting all stressed out in the day and we just pop up, right, what he looks like, his little head, everything.
And would this be broadcast on TV? Or?
I think so. I think Choice, something like BBC Three.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Again,
it's because I mean, I'm very much in the centre of the storm. I'm very much the eye of the storm.
Yeah.
And I know that I myself would not want to watch that.
Really?
No, because it's...
Any negative, Karl? He was like this when you came up with Cheap as Chimps. He wanted to drop Rockbusters. What was the other thing he didn't like?
That other TV idea I had.
Yeah, what, putting a baby in a room, setting it on fire and see if it can make his way out?
Setting the room on fire. Let's not get silly.
No, but he didn't like that, did he?
I mean, I don't want to sort of... I don't want to blow my own trumpet, but it does seem to me that my criticism of those things is probably justified. I mean, Cheap as Chimps, where is it now?
Well,
Donald McIntyre took it.
Not really, Karl, not really. It is but a pitiful memory. Both your game show ideas terrible. This TV show idea, I think, again, it's only interesting to you, Rick. This is what you fail to realise. You've got no sense of the greater public. To be honest, I'm just taking this from what people are emailing in. They're not interested in Karl.
I don't read the emails.
They're not interested in Karl.
I don't read the emails. They're not interested in Karl?
They're not interested in Karl.
But if we did a documentary about him, like they did about Oliver, the human Z, or
that's a different case.
Or the girl that was older than her mum, or, you know, all those other sort of things. I think if we actually did a definitive documentary and got in doctors to talk about him, and showed him...
That psychiatrist from Big Brother.
Yeah, and just talked about it, and then showed him in his environment, I think it'd be brilliant. I think it'd be a brilliant show.
But I think that's interesting. I think you're right. Some kind of anthropological study of Karl, fascinating. You making a little neckerchief for him, I'm not so convinced.
But that'll be part of it. Play record, let's think about this, because I think this is an idea. If any broadcasters are listening, like Greg Dyke, or, you know... We'd even go to Channel 5 with this, I think, wouldn't we?
I mean, alternatively, if you'd like to incorporate Karl into some kind of Blue Peter appeal...
Let's do so much. Let's just get Karl... Look at his face. How could you not... See, a lot of people still don't know what you look like, Karl. Play record.
XFM.
Yeah, right, so this is what you got. This is why you can't sleep at night. Because you're thinking, I've got to run a bath and have an orange. I haven't got time. I'd love an orange now. I need the vitamin C, but I've got to run a bath for it. At least have a shower. I'm going to be in there with another man.
Oh, dear.
The two of you are just... You are like children. You're infants. Your mentality is ludicrous. And you're embarrassing us in front of our special guests.
Oh, yeah.
I can't believe it. Now, of course, last week...
We've had t.A.T.u here.
We've had a number of letters, Rick. I'm just reading them now. Saying, last week, loved your interview with Chris Martin from Coldplay.
Yeah.
Genius. Another one here. Great insight into the man who wrote Yellow and Clocks.
Yeah.
Fascinating. Steve Merchant's interview with Chris Martin was amazing. He showed his own TV show.
Yeah.
Just some of the letters we've received, Rick.
Yeah.
So this week, we're very lucky to have with us Russian pop act t.A.T.u. Round of applause for them. Lovely to have them here. t.A.T.u. Now then, of course, there's been much been much controversy that your kind of lesbian shtick is just something to try and whip up some press attention.
Yeah.
Is
We are proper lesbians. We love fanny more than cock.
Okay, brilliant. And t.A.T.u, lovely to have you here. Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
Now then, you've got some live gigs, I understand, planned.
Yeah. Duh.
Okay. I can't help but notice that you sound, dare I say it, t.A.T.u, you don't sound so much Russian as German.
No, we cannot do the accent properly.
Okay. And t.A.T.u, it's a joy to have you here. Thanks for coming down.
Yeah.
And finally,
thank
your lesbians would, for instance, either myself or Karl be able to convert you from your lesbian ways?
We like the muff so much that the knob is no good for us.
All right, well, thanks very much, t.A.T.u.
Yeah, thanks, T.A.T.u. Thanks very much. Cheers.
Extraordinary. So
next week, share.
Brilliant. So if you've got any guests, special guests you love us to interview, then let us know. Ricky.Gervais at XFM.co.uk.
Carl's face.
And we'll try and get there.
Oh, dear. Play a record, Karl.
Rockbusters answers next.
I was going to say, well, do you want to do that?
No, let's do it next. After the
I
record.
just was going to say something.
What were you going to say?
About gays and that.
What?
In a bit.
XFM.
Oh, it's all going well already, isn't it? The microphones fell apart. Carl's shouting because he got headphones on.
His music's turned up too loud.
Canfield level. God, it got pre-out. Look at him giggling. Look at him. Look at him laughing. That's so funny because I got a letter here from who was it from? Mike Heel, who sent me a little picture of a little Japanese fella from a film who said looks like me, and he does a little bit. But he says, please can you make Karl laugh? I've never heard him utter as much as a snigger, and I'm worried he may have a genetic disorder. Well, I mean, he has got a genetic disorder, obviously. But, he was giggling then. I hope, people heard you then. Look at his little face.
It was a joy.
I love the things that make him happy.
But I love the fact just before the microphone came up and just before the record finished, he had his headphones on, the music was too loud and he was just shouting, Bauhaus is not working! Bauhaus is not working! I have to play something else!
I went and found Ziggy Stardust by Bauhaus and he said, why isn't it working? Look at him giggling! Look, he's lost it! Is he going away? Are you on drugs, Karl? What have you done? He's tickled. Look at his little... He looks like one of those shaved monkeys. Look at his little... Oh my God, I've never seen a forehead glow.
I know, it's extraordinary.
Oh.
And he's got that red shirt on as well, so the whole of him is just a big glowing...
Karl, what are you trying? What are you putting in?
I'm going to see if I can get this to work.
Go on then.
Hang on.
Brilliant radio. I hope Dr. Fox is listening because I think he's eating his words right now, Steve.
Right, I think I've done it.
Well done. That's excellent.
Right, what
Let's play Bauhaus now and let's try and compose ourselves. This is Ziggy Stardust by Bauhaus.
XFM.
Reading the paper yesterday, they were talking about the fact that Blair has been, I think he's been in Greece, discussing EU matters.
Oh, yeah.
And they used the old Trojan Horse analogy to say, you know, here's a particular policy and it seems like they're trying to sneak in some kind of dubious idea.
Disguised to something else.
Exactly. And it's always struck me, ever since I was first introduced to the Trojan Horse theory, I never understood how it had come about. Do you know what I mean?
So, Karl has got a frown on him, like a thing I haven't seen.
Yeah.
Karl, do you know what
Tony Blair is the Prime Minister.
You know what the Trojan Horse was?
Go on.
Have you come across
it was
this
the
before?
siege
Have you
of-
heard of it before?
Wasn't that Ascot or anything? Go on.
Well, the Trojan Horse, what happened was, it's a famous kind of Greek story, about the fact that, the Greeks...
In olden times, Karl. Olden times,
Olden
it is,
times, you know,
specifically.
the 70s.
Yeah.
The Greeks laid siege to Troy for 6 years.
Waiting.
Basically, things had got out of hand. I think the Trojans had done something with Helen, and someone else was annoyed. Anyway, it all got very complicated. It got out of hand, and the
You know, the
Greeks-
Helen, the one with the mashed up face, because they used to use it to launch ships.
Anyway, the Greeks laid siege to Troy for 6 years, right? And they weren't getting anywhere. They were outside the gates. They were saying, "Let us in." They weren't. They were. Blah, blah, blah. So what they did was they all disappeared. They all
Well, they
sort
wanted to
of-
get in and kill everyone.
Yeah,
That's why
exactly.
they wouldn't be letting in.
but they couldn't get inside the city walls. So what they did was they left as a gift for the Trojans. They left an enormous wooden horse, okay, as a gift, and then they all buggered off.
Like 40 foot high, 50 foot long. I mean, a big, you know,
Big wooden
an
horse.
arc of a
And
horse.
the Trojans wheeled it into the city.
So that's nice.
Thought, what a lovely gift.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, who was hiding inside? But the entire Greek army. They leapt out, killed everyone in their sleep.
Yeah.
All right, and that's where that famous idea of a Trojan horse has come from. You know, sneaking something in, disguised as something else. All right. Okay.
So if you ever
Yeah.
He doesn't really understand, does he?
No, but to be honest, nor do I.
Well, this is the problem I've always had with this. Because I don't understand who comes up with the idea. I mean,
But I can't think that was the best idea.
well, no.
There must be other ways. If they come up with that, how long did it take them to go? When they said, one fellow said, whoa, can I have a word?
Go on,
General.
yeah.
I've got an idea.
Yeah.
Build a big horse, right? Hide inside it, and then, I know what you're thinking. They won't let us in even in the horse.
Yeah.
Leave it as a gift.
Brilliant. Right, who are you? That's the best idea. Are you the guy that came up with, why don't we get a giant bra and twing everyone over the walls?
Yeah. Let's get a 100-foot ruler. And you know, like at school, we used to like flick the teacher's ass with like, right, I could flick you over one at a time.
Right.
On this giant ruler.
Thanks for your idea. It's on the table.
Yeah.
We've got a couple of other suggestions on the way.
What about 1 million elastic bands tied together? Yeah, and you all hold it down, and then I just let you go.
Right.
And you all ping over, and then you kill him in their sleep.
You're the best tactician we've got, are you?
What? The other thing is, right? These people for some reason open the door.
Well, I don't understand. Firstly, there's suddenly the army that's laid siege to them for 6 years has disappeared. In
Yeah.
their place, an enormous gift of a giant wooden horse.
Oh, they probably don't want to kill us now, but what they've done is they've built us
Yeah, they
a
bought us a
horse.
great gift. Presumably there was a giant kind of card or something.
Yeah.
You know, something for you. You know, sorry about the laying siege and everything. Forgive you.
Yeah.
Here's an enormous gift. Here's an enormous Trojan horse. We know it's what you've always wanted.
We're not inside it. Why did they write that?
Yeah.
That's suspicious.
But it's-
well,
I mean-
wheel it in anyway.
But in terms of it as an idea initially, I mean, we're going to give them a gift. Well, what should we do? We could bake an enormous quiche, be inside that. We could have an enormous soap on a rope as a gift. It's the fact that it's an enormous horse, an
Yeah.
enormous wooden horse as a gift anyway. I don't know if this was a popular gift at the time, but it's also the stupidity of the Trojans saying, brilliant. I've always wanted an enormous wooden horse. Well, what are we going to do with it? Where are we
we'll
going to
wheel
put
it in anyway. Leave
Just
it.
wheel
Look,
it in
look, wheel
anyway.
it in. Let's go to sleep. Let's worry about it tomorrow.
Exactly.
Let's yeah. But it's this idea of someone going, right, is this definitely the best idea? And they go, yeah. And they look to the carpenter.
Yeah.
And he goes, well, it's going to take a while.
Yeah, we've got to get wood.
We've got to get on with it. Well, you haven't put a door in.
Yeah.
How are we going to get up
Does
there?
it look like a horse?
It
This
is.
is the worst horse I've ever seen. Why, it looks like a cow.
Wow, yeah, the udder's where we hide. There's a horse
It's got no tail.
Yeah, well, that's the rope that you climb up.
But I don't know if it's one of those things where, again, because we kind of learn these things at school, that somewhere along the line, the truth of it has disappeared, and we are...
Well, I imagine it lost a bit in translation.
Yeah.
Because in Eohippus in Greek means giant tank.
Right,
So that
yeah.
actually was a Sherman.
Yeah.
And it burst through and it shot them all.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
of course, down the years, they've tried... Look at Karl's face. Look at Karl's face. If everyone on webcam... Karl, just keep that face and look up to the camera. Right? Just... Right, get a look at that now. Play a record, Karl.
XFM.
Travis. Beautiful occupation. What's the best job you've ever had still, Karl? Talk about occupations. It is still
Paper round.
Is it still the paper round?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
No, it was good though. If you look at it, like, you know, what I liked about it, you're your own boss.
No, you're not. You're not your own boss.
No,
The
guy
bloody
who runs
news
the
agent is your boss.
Alright. But then once you get out and you've got your papers and that, you're on your
Do
own.
what you want
can
as long
think
as you
about
deliver the
stuff.
papers exactly to the places he said you are in the time he said.
Yeah.
It's
and I did.
freedom, isn't it? Any jobs you wouldn't do?
Go
I've just thought of one that you wouldn't do
on.
with your sort of mild homophobia.
Well, I'm not.
Proctologist.
What's that?
Basically sticking your finger at other people's arses.
Right, well, no, I wouldn't do that, no. Why have you got to do that?
What do you mean, why have you got to do
Well,
that?
why does anyone need that doing?
Does they got to look if they've got an arseache or something?
Which trainee doctor makes that their speciality?
Do you know what I mean? That must be, right, we got a place for proctologists, and it's you, Meadows. You
Yeah.
came last.
Oh, seriously, what? I'm not the arse doctor, am I?
Yeah, you came last.
Oh, I'm a bum GP. I can't
yeah,
believe it.
yeah. You got to, I can't believe this.
Yeah.
That must be it, mustn't it?
Well, presumably no one would choose it. No one would purely. If they can have the brain surgery.
Well,
hearts.
what if you were brilliant but you were shy? You couldn't look people in the face.
yeah.
You can you could do anything you want. No, I just don't want to look at them. I just want to do their asses.
Yeah.
Really? Just want to do the asses.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at Karl's face. You didn't know there was such a thing as an arse doctor, did you?
No, not really. Specialised, he does nothing all day but that.
Well, he probably has a sandwich about 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
Washes his hands. What do you mean he does nothing all day but that? You don't say that about a brain surgeon or thoracic surgeon, do you?
No, but that all day. That's not good, is it?
I love the fact that I can blow his mind with just things that people take for granted. A dentist just looks in mouths all day.
Yeah, but that's a bum job, that bum job.
Just think of that. Oh.
So what do you need to know then there?
It's a lot to know.
You gotta have nice nails.
Yeah.
No rough edges.
Well, you'd be alright, because you got that job handing out biscuits to the old people because you had nice hands, didn't you?
So, yeah. And I know a lot about biscuits. I know me biscuits.
Do you?
Yeah, I know which ones they like and that.
Do you? What do they like? What do old people like?
Bourbons, rich
Do they
tea.
really? Because that's my least favourite. I would never eat a bourbon. I could be starving and I wouldn't eat a bourbon.
If you want to let us know what your favourite biscuit is, email in Ricky Gervais at XFM.
But I'll tell you what, with all them eating biscuits, I bet they get arse problems, don't they? So you could double up, couldn't you? You could be handing out biscuits in the morning and checking out.
So why would you go and have that done then? What sort of problems then?
What do you mean? Loads of problems.
Like what?
Prostate.
And they've got to go there. They have to like have a little, you know.
Well, there was that. I told you that story. That bloke. It's not an apocryphal tale because it's about an orderly's report, and this is the bloke that filled out the form of what happened. He went into hospital basically with a sauce bottle up his arse, and on the report, he said obviously, you know, pleasuring himself using a sauce bottle. And on the report, he said that he'd been shopping at Safeways, and he'd come in with his shopping, and he'd forgot his key, so he'd put his bags down on the step, right? And he started climbing up the drain pipe to get in, right? But as he was climbing up, his trousers and pants fell down. He slipped and fell, and the sauce bottle went up his arse. And the orderly said this story would be somewhat believable if Safeway sold their sauce bottles with condoms already attached.
That's like a game of Kaplunk.
So he put. I love that he put a condom on it. I wonder if that was so he didn't want to get an infection from it, or he wanted to use it on his chips later. So waste not, want not.
Talking of arse,
yeah.
Rockbusters. We should give those clues again because we're not getting many right responses here. Let's give them once more.
Oh, do you know what I think? Because the mentalists out there get his clues and they're rubbish. So I think his clue must be so way off.
I know.
That it's something wrong. Do you know what a pun is, don't you? You can't change the word. You can't have, he's bald and he rides a bike. Who's that? Bicycle Stipe. That doesn't count. It's got to be Michael Stipe for it to be correct. It's got to be Michael Stipe, yeah?
Alright, well, the most we've had, we've got 2 right, right? So...
Let's hear the clues again.
Right. First one was, I'm going to the northeast. What are you going there for? S. It's a band or an artist that starts with S, right? I'm going to the northeast. What are you going there for? Second one, she's related to the man in the lamp. Right? That's G. Band or an artist. The last one. The Jamaican fellow would love to live there. It's a bit pricey though. Right? DS. Right?
DS.
DS. Email in or text in.
Ricky.Gervais at xfm.co.uk.
Or on the text, 83XFM. Right?
XFM.
Badly Grown Boy doing his version of Bruce Springsteen's Thunder Road.
Good effort.
XFM 104.9. Tricky song to do a good version of, but not
Good
bad.
effort.
Not bad.
Badly.
Tell you what, who's also made a good effort?
Go on.
Stephen Gunning of Tooting. He's correctly identified that Karl's hair is like that of a Chinaman's.
Or it was.
Yeah, and many other people have emailed in saying, how can we know what your hair's like because you are a bold mank twat.
Yeah.
So people have correctly...
Is
picked up
our
on that.
language okay on this show in general?
I've told you that, you know, to be careful on that.
Yeah, why don't you try putting some effort into it as you get Mondays off for this 2 hours? You come up with Rockbuster clue that no one can get because it was impossible. It wasn't even a clue.
Oh, yeah. I've got your headlines. I've done Pulp Fiction, right? I taught you about that fella, the builder fella, and his eyes and that.
You don't even know what you're talking about. You don't even know what you've taught me. It's sort of like you borrow information. It's like one of those things that, you know, what are those things called, write once, read many. You can just pass it on, then it's
Yeah.
one of those CDs you can just play once.
Well, it struck me
That
when-
is you and information. It goes in, if you tell someone once, it's like you've lost it. It's like pass the parcel with knowledge. It's gone now, you don't even remember what you told me.
Like a chain letter.
What?
Just, you mean chain letter, don't you?
Shut up. It struck me when we were listening to his phone call to you at the very beginning of the show. I don't know if you might have missed that, but basically it was a message that Karl left for Ricky. But about halfway through that message, there was the feeling, I don't know if you noticed, but like the words started to fall apart. It was like he wasn't going to make it. Every time Karl opens his mouth, it's the equivalent of walking across one of those rickety bridges in Indiana Jones. That you might not make it to the other side.
I know, yeah. Oh, look at him.
Anyway, we've had a few laughs and we've had a few insults.
Yeah,
but,
so we'll try and sort of really, honestly, I'll try and sort out something else as opposed to Rockbusters next week. Less adverts, I think.
Ideally.
What else?
Oh, better chat, better music, better presenters.
No, come on.
They got rid of Monkey News.
What's it?
Nothing
Oh,
going
no,
on
is there
there.
no monkey news?
No, it's gone on this week.
Don't talk, there must be some monkey news. It's not like it's real news. You tell us stories about chimps from the 18th century. It's not, don't
Done it
give me
all, done it
nothing
all now.
happened this week. You just didn't look at the internet.
Did look.
And there's no news. Nothing happened.
There was one little bit of monkey news about how you can now buy tea that's been picked by little chimps because it tastes good.
Right.
That's what they're saying.
Right. Why does it taste good? What
I
do
don't
they
know.
do to it?
I don't know. It just annoyed me.
Is it those chimps from the PG Tips app?
Well, that's the annoying
Are they
thing.
dressed up, having funny conversations,
But
like
that's
in a
the
house
thing.
somewhere?
Everyone made a fuss about, that's cruel making them pick a piano up.
Yeah,
If I was a chimp, I know what job I'd prefer.
sure.
Do you know what I mean? Doing removals rather than standing in a field picking tea and that.
Yeah.
I love the fact that he probably thought that was a documentary. He thought it was a trailer for a Channel 4 programme.
Alright, we'll be back next
I've
week.
got a little treat for them. Right, that winner of the DVD, watch the behind-the-scenes footage because you see Karl's little round head. So they're enjoying that. Who won that, by the way? We've given that away, haven't we?
Yeah, we forget who it
Yeah,
was.
it's gone.
Oh.
Don't bother
Laura.
watching the rest of the stand-up, though. It's a bit poor. Leave you with 50 Cent's outfit.
Fiddy, I called him Fiddy.
Fiddy,
I
yeah.
called him Fiddy Cent.
Back next week.
Fiddy.
XFM.
Thrills on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais. With me, Steve Merchant and Karl Pilkington.
Yeah.
Little Carly Pilkington, little baldy mank, whinging little twat. How are you?
Yeah,
All right?
alright, yeah.
What are you doing? Happy? Feeling a bit happier today? You look as full of spunk, as they say in America.
Yeah, I'm alright. Just a bit of a miserable day though, isn't it?
Yeah.
A bit miserable. Walking in today, right? Do you know I walked through like the sort of the gay district of London and that?
Right.
Well, you don't walk, you mince, don't you?
Well, just walking through on the way to work, and I'm always interested in their little shops and stuff that they have, right? Loads of.
Their little shops.
That's no, don't be ashamed of. If you want to go in and buy something, go in and buy something.
I'm just having a look at, looking in the windows and stuff. Little postcard, just near the entrance.
Yeah.
That's meant to tease people in, to make people go, that sounds good, I'll nip in, right? Little postcard, free butt plugs with every sale.
That's great. How did we get from 5p off milk
Yeah.
to free butt plugs with every sale?
Wow.
What's society come to?
Well, it's because we're liberated, Rick.
Yeah.
You know, it's an open society.
What did you buy to get them? You didn't buy.
No, I didn't. But what's the purpose?
What, of the poster or of butt plugs?
Butt plugs, because I really honestly
You
don't.
shove them up your arse, don't you?
Whoa, slow down, bum. Shove them up your bum.
Yeah.
But when is that? Just like when you're doing whatever, doing stuff around the house, or
I think it's not to keep things out. Is it like you would use a plug in the sink to keep, the water in the sink?
Oh, if you're not gay.
Well,
Get that? Oh, yeah. No, I know what you mean. Yeah.
I don't know.
No
I don't know,
entry.
What is it? I mean, I don't understand what.
I don't know. I assume it either feels good or are they? Well, I've got to be careful here. Or are they sort of like breaking it in?
Right. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? like it's like a shoehorn. or
Yeah.
you know,
It's like when you stick paper in your shoes if they're a bit tight.
or those people who sort of like put little bits of wood in their lips, and then as soon they've got big plates in their lips.
Yeah.
Same with the butt plug. It means you can, you know, you're ready for anything. I don't know, do I? And then it comes face.
Well, if you know what butt plugs are used for, then why not get in touch? Ricky.Gervais, XFM.co.uk.
What do you think? If there's any,
I can't believe we're already on this subject.
I
How
know.
is it? It's 5
I
past
know.
1 and we're
And I
already
was gonna say then, if there's any people who use butt plugs, and I was thinking that Karl would have said, well, they're not up yet.
Yeah.
Because they go out late.
No, but
But what is it? We're award-winning people. We've written a TV
Not on
show.
radio,
it's highly
though.
respected.
Not on radio. We're rubbish on radio.
I know, but
We've
what-
got nothing to lose.
But I always say to you, Steve, that I like educating people and that. Now, the way I see it is I didn't know what they were.
Let's phone to go. Someone might know about butt plugs.
All right, well, we'll get
No,
to
no,
them
get them
then.
on. Get them on. Ask them.
No, because they might say something dodgy.
Oh!
Yeah, whereas, what have we just been doing?
Just take a chance. Take a chance and tell them not to swear.
Well, you tell them.
Okay.
Right, Steve, do
I
you
haven't got my headphones on.
Hello, who's that?
Come on, hold on.
Who, sorry?
Nicholas.
Nicholas, hello, mate. You're not going to swear, are you?
No, I'm not going to
Keep it clean.
Yeah.
Keep them keen. What were you calling about?
I'm phoning about your plugs.
About, well, not my plugs, but sure, plugs in general. What, do you know much about them? Are you a plug user yourself?
No, I'm just thinking if maybe you've got some gay friends and you're spending the night at their place, you might want to use one.
Right. What, you mean experiment with them, or?
No, so you can make sure they're not going to do anything while you're asleep.
Could I suggest, you know, just lock the door? I mean, that is easier to me.
Can I make a bigger suggestion? That's probably the most homophobic thing we've had said on the show today. Thanks very much for your call. Right, okay, good. Well, that's why we shouldn't put people on the line. Just, you know, without checking first. I think Karl's made a good point. That's the calibre of listener we've got.